Best bet at speeding up this game is using cheat engine.
Indistinct.
You know what? It's been in early access for a while, so I'm sure people have come up with their own ideas for how to speed up the cart ride here. Zegas Jr. says,
You attempted to map the geometric proportions of the crown to frequencies of sound, and in the resulting silence, our ears welled with blood.
Zegas Jr. says, we have successfully been reminded that overconfidence is in fact a slow and insidious killer. Also, dude, even if 2 people died, we could have still pushed on and tried to make a winning run. It happened on a previous run, not against the Shambler, but 2 people died, and I was still able to make a good show of it. Like, my God, it can happen.
Is the very essence of existence.
All right, so quick little path check here. Boom. I like the plus bleed resist. Admittedly, you having low health is not fantastic, but you'll be fine with the... Although the interesting thing about the Jester is that a lot of the times I just use him for debuffs. I don't really use him that much for bleed. I don't have both of his bleed skills unlocked. We're still missing Harvest. And a lot of his attacks I'm using for the blind, or for the combo, or for the vulnerability. Well, for the bleed out, that is. So maybe a Virtuoso just to have more health. It's a 40% health difference. But Razor's Wit and Fade to Black are very good for applying combos so we can get more burn out there and whatnot. What to do differently? Just throw all damage at the Shambler? What you do differently on that is you don't fight the Shambler. You just leave, you take the penalty. It's kind of one of the reasons why I do it when it's that early, because if you just leave the Shambler fight, you get penalized for it in the game. So if you don't want to fight the Shambler, you have to take a debuff, which is annoying, but you can optionally just not fight him. And I've done that before. I've passed up on the Shamblers. I've said, no, I don't want to fight him right now, and it's gone well. Scenarios that you do fight him. Well, in that case, what you do differently is you just die, or hope for better RNG and better crits and whatnot. Or maybe you choose different upgrades. I didn't upgrade the chop on the leper. You know, I didn't plan around fighting the freaking Shambler. Could have bought more items at the inn and whatnot. I'm gonna keep Soloist. Battle Ballad and Playout skills have a 10% chance of... I don't even like using Battle Ballad and Playout, but I guess another guaranteed token on top of what it already does is worth a lot more. I'm just gonna roll Soloist for now. It's what I understand. I guess we can do names now. I don't remember what anyone was called though, so let me try again. I don't remember if you were Google Watercat. I do remember Subaru. Who was the Jester? I think Bubonic. And who was the Leper? Dandy Highwayman. I find it ironic that you died on the first Shambler fight on the chapter called Ambition. Unfortunately, there's not a chapter called Greed or Overconfidence.
The leaves.
Connie says it's another chance at Baby Shambler. It's also another way of padding these videos because God knows 5-hour-long Darkest Dungeon 2 runs are too short, and they need to be a little bit longer. Dibs respected again.
Even your valley
lol, 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 lol.
To the spreading.
All right, take a drink. I forgot to change my abilities again. I didn't even look at quirks. Combat start days, round start vulnerability. Melee skills 7% crit though. Anemic. Round start days. Jinx apply to attack or a bunch of nonsense. Toon Hummer, Rummager. Head injury, combat start days. Cosmic Hater. So everyone here is just dazed on combat start. Good to know. It's an unfortunate one. I think we need to apply a combo. Good crit. But we need a combo for the leper. Jinx, best quirk in the game. There's a relic that I really like that gives you the ability to get a random positive token every turn or one stress, and I really like that one. This seems like a similar thing. You know what? I'm gonna use that combo token for burn. I'm gonna let him just do like a guard or something. Ani says it's the best quirk in the game. I mean, there's better quirks, I think. What is Jinx? So Jinx gives you a chance of applying debuffs to the enemy. It's a guaranteed debuff every time you hit an enemy. Either blindness or weakness or vulnerability or combo. One of those will get applied to every enemy you hit. I think that's how it works. I don't think it can roll all four of them in the same roll, but maybe it could. Either way, seems pretty decent. What is Jinx? Disposables. Disposable says that one Pokemon that was black but then was purple. Not enemies you hit, enemies that hit you. You're right! God, I make that mistake every freaking time. Thank you, Swag Lord YOLO. Let me try that one more time. Swag Lord YOLO LOL. Did you have to make a name that's impossible to pronounce? But you're correct. I make that mistake every time because it's apply to attacker, apply on attack, apply when hit, apply on hit. There's a lot of different ways that the game phrases the same thing, and it's a little inconsistent, so I kind of forget. So when you get hit, you apply this to the attacker. I get it now. Still doesn't really make it seem 10 out of 10, though. Nice. Like, it still seems like you don't want to get hit. Jinx would be good on a tank. It would be good on the leper. It would be good on a Hellion or a Man-at-Arms. An occultist? I don't know. It's still good, especially if something hits AoE. It'll hit everyone. It's like, it's still good. Tank with permanent taunt, it's insane. Is there actually a permanent taunt, or are you just saying if you just do a lot of taunts? Because I haven't seen anything that is like a permanent taunt. Although that would be kind of cool. Led says I like the Pyro quirk more. Pyro's a bit of a... This is a tough fight, by the way, for the first combat. I'm not a big fan of the Pyro quirk because it does take up your entire turn. I'm a big fan of that healer quirk because you get a free turn. I guess, yeah. If you find like a good trinket combination, you could probably go for a long time. That'll do. I missed. What do you mean that'll do? That'll do, pig. You missed. All right, let's just make sure we can kill this guy. I gotta fix the perks on everyone though. Yeah, that's a harder fight than you would expect, I think. But at least it didn't have any of those enemies that would give you horror.
So much worse in store.
There's so much worse in store. Yeah. Alright, so I think lesson learned, I'm gonna spend a lot more money buying more things. And maybe even like food to give to people, to give them a little more HP and whatnot. Shambler's Eye. It is an occultist trinket. More damage when you're stressed, lower healing when you're stressed. Binding Shadows crits into a a power token. I mean, I'm kind of using him as a healer, so this doesn't seem particularly incredible. I kind of like the Fog of War wind chime here. Random hero after each location, -1 stress. Could be pretty decent. Like, I'm not really utilizing the occultist as a damage dealer, and I'm not really utilizing his power tokens, and I'm not utilizing Finding Shadows. I don't really want him that much in the front, although on upgrade, it gives you 50% chance of getting a power token. On crit, you have a, was it a 30% chance, or maybe it was a guarantee, I forget. I need his other abilities. I need his other abilities that synergize with the tokens for me to be willing to do that. Let's keep vulnerability hex though. Jester, you're fine. Runaway. Give me a dragonfly, cauterize, controlled burn, smoke screen, searing strike. Although, we won't be able to hit the back line. You can with Firefly. You can Dragonfly and Firefly. That'll work. Leper, you're fine. That's good enough.
The means of mastery.
We'll wait on that for a second. Hatchling Crocodilian. When moving, +3% damage. This is one that we've had before. The Larval Carrion Eater again. When you kill a corpse, you heal. Unfortunately, those Clapper Claws don't give you freaking corpses. And the Mucilaginous Slime. Debuff resistance per road gear. Increased chance of looting items. That's pretty good. I can probably grab that. I don't know if we even have road gear, but I would take it. We can get two. We can get Whiskey and Scouting or Whiskey and Wheels. We can get one road gear. You definitely want Whiskey, I think. Also, there's a Party Barrel?
Anything that lets us travel further is worth the cost.
It's 1 wheel plus 2 max wheels. It's gonna save a lot in the long run, and it synergizes, so there's something there. First region boss with the bounty hunter. There's a bounty hunter for sale. We could do it. I don't know who he would replace. He's got good damage though.
The first of many forks in the road. Choose your path and ride out unbowed.
Oh, the laudanum. I mean, we've got stress relief. Oh, buy the laudanum, then replace the jester. Yeah, I see what you mean. Swap the runaway. I actually kind of like controlled burn for a boss, I think. Because the bounty hunter applies a lot of combo, doesn't he? There's a lot of bleeding on the upcoming fights as well. These enemies do bleed, so cauterize could be helpful. I feel like the jester is one that we can afford to get rid of. We would lose combo, but the bounty hunter also applies combo. And then we don't have to upgrade his skills for right now.
Your coach must be maintained.
We want
if it is
Whiskey.
to carry you where you must go.
I think I'll take the wheels.
This will serve well.
I can't afford to get full wheels, but that's okay. We'll buy a bunch of things too. Like Warhorn is really nice. Linens, very good. We'll buy all of those. We'll buy the Warhorn. And you know what? I will.
In the shadows, the hunter is here.
Get rid of the jester, put in the bounty hunter. Linvey just kind of sits down. He's like, I'm here. Collect. Oh, all of his abilities are upgraded too. It's fantastic. He also has a trinket too. Max health, lower crit. Marked for death. Applies combo. 2 vulnerability. Ignores everything. Come hither. It's a pull. Caltrops. It's a bleed and a debuff. Flashbang is shuffle, blind, daze, stun when comboed. Stare down is a taunt that also weakens the enemy. It's pretty interesting. Hurl bat lets him do damage from the back, because normally his damage dealers are from the front. No escape. Oh, it's just a stun. That's kind of cool. Deals 50% bonus damage when the target is burning. You don't say. Okay. Yamacho Libre, welcome. How you doing? Kaka, thank you very much for the resub. Connie says, I didn't realize Hurlbat synergizes with Burn. Did you upgrade Hearthlight, says Swag Lord. No. Is there a good reason for that? Yeah, that's a good point. The fog will inflict blind, but I do have milk-soaked linens, but that's mostly for the leper, I suppose. Okay, a couple of things. Probably want light. Give me the mucinogenic slime. Okay. Give me... probably a cocktail. Some laudanum. And I gotta be honest with you. Some food might be kind of nice.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
I know we're spending everything, but it's kind of a point for that. Okay, you get the linen. Run away. You can have... oh, definitely have the fire. Because you have piercing. Bounty Hunter. Why don't you take the Warhorn? Yeah, and then Laudanum can just go on the Occultist here. Seems pretty okay. I spent my money this time. Round start, 5% chance of a stealth. You know, why not? It's not that good anyways, I think. I don't even have Hearthlight equipped. Am I really gonna upgrade that one? It is pretty good for this biome, isn't it? Yep. So what do you get rid of? If she Dragonfly, she moves back, and then the Bounty Hunter is gonna be in front, but he doesn't have a move back ability, so she's gonna be stuck unless we use a Ransack. We're not gonna want to do that. She can Firefly from the back. We might just have her stay in the back then. Swap them. All right, finally. Remove blind. Firefly is a solid increase to the burn damage. Smokescreen, though, applies vulnerability on top of the... Yeah, it's pretty okay. I do dislike Chop having bigger range, but it's unfortunate that the minimum damage doesn't increase, because that's huge. Solemnity means that he can be a little bit of a better tank. It's a better heal. Weird Reconstruction just being a better heal is honestly probably what I'd go for. Just in case we need it, we have it. Although we also have Cauterize. It's not as good of an upgrade, though. Yeah, I do kind of like Weird Reconstruction, just because it lowers the bleed and increases the heal by a lot. But this also really buffs his damage, so screw it. What's the leper? Chop skills up. I don't have any other abilities on him, so I don't really want to take the other paths where it's like, synergizes with Intimidate. Oh, I don't have Intimidate. We'll get that eventually. All right. Avoid the watchtower. Let's see. Chop a reflection. Which one's reflection? Is that the one that removes blindness? I don't use that often. Normally I just purge the blindness with linens or apply a combo. I guess now we have the
Propriety floats listless on
runaway,
the tide.
so that's kind of helpful.
Grind
God damn it! Again with the early. Hey, do you want to throw your whole runaway? Not really, game. I kind of don't want to just throw my runaway. Hey, by the way, Shambler's altar. You want to fight the Shambler again, everybody? We want to fight the Shambler? We can fight the Shambler again. God damn it. Hovering Polyhedra. Vintage collection. I don't really want to fight the Shambler. Do the boss? I'll probably do the boss. I'd rather fight the boss than the Shambler, I think. Although, the boss is pretty... Oh, we'll figure it out when we get there, but the boss is pretty tough.
Will not be easy.
Especially because I don't have, like, an immobilization. It's movement resist, right? 30%, 30%, 30%, 20%. We got the Bounty Hunter, though. It's probably good enough. We've got some combat items. Why bottom, really? Sure.
The Church of the Chain.
I didn't move their position, so they're going to be in the incorrect. They're going to be in the incorrect order for the whole fight. I'm realizing that's a mistake on my part. I wanted to swap them, and I forgot. I might be able to kill you before you can act. It's a push. That's a kill. That's one down.
Quickly.
Mark for death. Combo and vulnerability. Come hither. Combo and pull. Flashbang. You really need combo for flashbang to be worth it. And then hurlbat is just it's damage, and it's okay damage. So we're in an incorrect order, but I still feel somewhat comfortable just throwing that hurlbat. Do some burning. And you're dazed. Off-guard precision striker, occultophobic nocturnal. If flame is low, he's better. Well, why do half the enemies seem like zombies in Darkest Dungeon 2? They're undead! Zombies are scary, etc., etc. I want to give him a hurlbat target. Deals plus 50% damage when the target is burning. What's interesting is that oh, you're vulnerable, so you take plus 50% damage anyways. Never mind. I was gonna say, the UI's broken, 0 out of 10 game. No, it's fine, actually. Turns out the game knows what it's doing. I guess we can do that. Can hurlbat hit the front? Let me see. It can. So we can definitely do a demon's pull here. Alright, advance. I still have mixed up my middle two positions, but that's okay. Figure it out. Maybe.
Analysis.
All hands on deck, give
Natural
someone
prelude to
a bunch of
action.
tokens. Keelhaul is that barnacle debuff. Coral Grief you use in the middle. You weaken stress and you buff yourself. I might want to pull you forward then.
A slow dissection.
She's not meant to be in the front right now.
An unavoidable end.
It's 12, 9 to 15. 50% damage when comboed. Ah, there you go. Alright, you're dead. Please get moved. Thank you! Oh, he buffs everyone,
Steady
and
yourself.
he buffs them with random buffs. So we got stunned off of that one. A lot of the player stuns require the enemy to be comboed. A lot of the enemy stuns don't require the player to be comboed. Very interesting. We should have used his own personal debuff, but it's okay. So we kind of do need to dump both of those tokens, although if we vulnerable him and then hurl at him, we could kill him. Can't hurl bat from this position. I knew that. I was wondering if you knew that, because if you didn't know that, then I would have to inform you of that fact.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Oh, right in the groin. That's gonna hurt. I mean, that's a guaranteed kill, but I kind of like the withstand. And no one's even blinded. It'll absorb a couple of attacks. We can toss out a heal with the... Can we toss out a heal with the occultist? Is it 50% or 30? It's probably 30, isn't it? Yeah, I'm a fool. We cannot toss out a heal with the occultist. That's okay. You're now dead. I do have a crit. Where did that come in from? I mean, I guess.
Another impediment.
Fungi Gal, welcome. DD2 and a root beer float. Life is good. Life good any percent. Root beer float. I have a soda stream. Not actually mine, it's my housemate's. But I will, on occasion, if I ever have the root beer flavor available, I'll try to make a soda stream root beer float. And it doesn't quite hit the same level as like an A&W root beer float. Something about the original, that's probably not the original root beer, but something about it just hits differently. I want to float now. Those things are great. They're very good. Their trickery falters. So you are gonna move next. I don't actually have a way of killing you, unfortunately, which is bad for me. You're already dead. Whatever, just hit him with anything, it doesn't matter. Freaking missed anyway, you dummy. Is there anything that we can do before we go? I don't think so. Didn't stun him. Maybe he wasn't comboed. I guess technically we can reduce our stress. There you go. I got an A and W, have to keep an eye on it so it doesn't fizz too much. Yeah, okay. Share with us. I'm trying to see if there's any way I can eke out anything. There's not. Just kill him. All right, let's go for it. This will be interesting. I also like the sodden sweater. And hey, it's early! Wave hands. We die, it doesn't matter.
They must be made to see that their monstrous god is
Off
mortal.
guard. Off gourd. We're very good at resisting that, that blind, it seems. I mean, we just gotta do this immediately. Get the burns going. Get the burns going. He's already vulnerable, so he's already comboed too. I guess another stack of vulnerability then. Yeah. 18 to 27, dude, Warhorn. 24 to 36. No crit chance because he's got that damn trinket on, but that's okay. It's still good damage. I will use a linen. I'll hit for the maximum amount of damage. We did like a third of his health in one turn. Taunt might stop drag. I don't think it does, because taunt will only prevent acceptable targets. Sorry, taunt will only work if it's a valid target. So if the leper taunts, the hand can't target him, it's not going to, I think. I think that's how it works anyways. Cultist isn't really doing that much, but he's mostly for the debuffs.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
All right, pull her back. Hey, they're moving in the fog. It's going just fine so far. He can't do his big attack from the back, and the leper can't move from the back, but we can move with the cultist to make the leper hit. Right now, I guess we could... Oh, he's immune to the stun, which means the daze isn't going to work, so this is really just blind and remove combo. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's instead either mark for death or hurl bat. Let's hurl bat. Move back 2. The occultist can work from the front just fine. We'll do that. By work from the front, I mean he can apply tokens. Just fine. 26. High roll. Take the runaway again, please. Well, she got a turn. Waiting for 1. This'll burn the hand, too. I think you gotta keep her alive. We can just kill the hand in a couple of turns and keep the cycle going. It didn't even try to drag him down, it just battered him. The annoying part, though, of course, is that the leper's in the back now. But we can do that. Really thought it would have tried... Oh, god damn you! Really thought it would have tried to drown someone, but it hasn't. It's just kind of sitting here. It's very weird. just, you can't, oh, you can't heal from the front, that's fine. Give you some blocks real quick. There you go. That's what I wanted last turn so that the leper could actually attack. It's a crit for 9, crit for 8. This will use the crit token to apply a vulnerability hex. This will use the crit token to apply a combo and a weakness. He's gonna be fine. Probably a vulnerability hex. Probably a vulnerability hex then. That's when sacrificial stab would be nice because it would use the crit for high damage, but stress is gonna be a little high. Crit heal for the leper. I want to try to get to a point where we can kill this here boss, though. I want to do damage faster. The leper has the block tokens. I don't think he needs the heal. Can't cauterize. She's not burning. We have a lot of actions before the boss gets an action. What's your speed?
This one is inches from
Doesn't
death.
tell you. Speed of
Is there
5,
nothing
speed
you
of
can do?
5. Algal Bloom, turn start, 5% chance of barnacles or 5% chance of 2 damage. That's terrible. How'd you get Algal Bloom? You're already debuffed, you're already comboed. Just heal yourself. Fantastic, wonderful, beautiful. He didn't get down to death's door. It's okay, my dude is still dead. Andy Highwayman says, I find myself listening to the OST for this in the first game whenever I'm world building. I find it great for setting a mood. It is good music. You ain't wrong about that. Can I even hit, like, the boss? I guess the occultist can. Yo, do I get a turn?
Perhaps they have given
The occultist gets a turn, he's gonna die immediately. He lived! We just have to go for the kill, let's be honest. Death's door, recovered, stressed out. All right, never, ever fight these bosses early. Good God. Do have 2 noisemakers though, would have been nice to have these at any point during the last run. Explosives and stacking, combat item stacking. Things, okay, good, easy. All right, a little stressed out. Bleed resist, move resist, gain on, bleed resist, gain on, move resist. Give you the sweater. Serrated items. Nope, that is incorrect. You take that. You can take that. You can take this. Lower health, more speed. I don't know. Now you move quickly, I guess. I don't have any serrated items, do I? Well, we can hold it on someone at least. There you go. Okay. So that was dumb. Should never have done that, but we did it, and we're okay. And he says, Anamnesis and Fisherman's Line would be amazing on the Occultist. Well, and a net. I mean, if I had the net, I would at least get something out of the Fisherman's Line. All right. Ooh. Swap these. No. Swap them. Thank you. We can recover. It's just a little bit of stress. Unfortunately, no one has any stress relief. That's, you know, just ignore that. More combat. I'll do it. Let's do this. I like his attitude. The party was mispositioned, but it does also shuffle, so it wasn't a big deal. But you're not wrong. God, the dazes are just so annoying too. She's dazed! I forgot! You wanna know what my plan was? Controlled burn, this thing doesn't leave a corpse, that guy would move into the burn. God damn it. Can stun the cabin boy, might as well just go hit something though. Should let the cabin boy hatch? No. I don't want to. Oh, I forgot that he did have a block token though. Thank you for resisting that. That's nice. That's gonna be stress resist, I believe. And indeed it was. He's been dazed, you've been dazed, everyone's been dazed. Burns an adjacent monster. Noisemaker. I want a noisemaker. The leper, I think, so that the leper can take a couple of hits and then resist the move. And then you can combo, which will also burn, which will also do a little bit of burn to an adjacent enemy. 3. Now we only have to hit you for 4, we can kill you. You're just gonna linen yourself, because we need to get a kill. We could also just heal, which is not a bad idea because we taunted. Yeah, okay, you got me. I'm more worried about the cabin boy than I am this guy hitting me once. Oh good, we were dazed. Spawning ground. He turns into a new enemy. At least we kept the burn, but he did heal to full. Grants damage speed and blocks on hit. That's highly annoying, actually. That's highly annoying. Well, you're very weak to move, so let's start there. You resisted the move! Oh, good!
Hold fast.
And then we got stunned. These freaking enemies. 2 damage. I mean, here's the thing. This will kill you. This will burn 2 enemies. Actually, I kind of want to use Hurlbat, but I'm not gonna have the turn for it. Could you please stop? Okay. Okay, killed 1 enemy. Applied combo on another one. Killed 1 enemy. We do have the opportunity to weird reconstruct as well. For 15. Solid heal, mate. That's about as high as you can get when you're not actually, when you haven't actually upgraded that skill, I think. So heal. Dun 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 dun. I do like the theme of this place too. Dun 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 dun. This guy has to get hit for 1. This guy has to get hit for 2. But you are blinded, so we'll go for you first. For you, Heal for 3. Actually, a bleed would have been nice, so we could cauterize again. That kills him, so now we have a full turn, hopefully, to do whatever the hell we can. Stress is awful high, but haven't had too much of an opportunity to actually reduce it, have we? Here, I don't actually know if there's a way to get any stress release. We could just hit him. I guess we don't care about the stress on the bounty hunter. If he gets stressed out, whatever. Let's focus more on everyone else. The nautical compass! It's the trinket that I like. Every turn, you have a chance of getting one of those tokens. I gotta admit, if we can get strength on this, that's so good for the leper.
When deliberation is exhausted, trust your instincts.
Combat? We can go any direction after this. I would very much like to remove the disease. I'd very much like to get the hero shrine. Wheels repair automatically, but combats are not usually a big deal. You might get mastery tokens from them. Gives us an opportunity to maybe get a little bit of healing done, even if the stress is awful high. I'll melt your gloves to your hands.
Worst kind of parasite. Opportunists.
And this doesn't seem that bad. This seems like a very good opportunity to get some heals, especially with bleeding into cauterize. Don't you have a way of ignoring? Yeah, you do. Ah, it doesn't remove the dodge. Interesting.
Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
I didn't even notice that he really wanted that heal. We're gonna have to do some relationship nonsense later, but that's okay. He was dazed, and then it was his turn. I mean, if it works, it's a one-hit kill.
On to the next.
Connie says, Breacher Dismos is prime point-blank shot build. Breacher I've only seen once, I think. I love that animation. I do wish I have picked up Breacher more often, but it does seem pretty rare. I mean, Breacher on any melee unit, or up close and personal frontliner, I would love. So you're guarding. This at least removes your dodge, and maybe we can kill you in one hit. You missed, you idiot. You're already vulnerable. I guess we'll just burn you. Oh, right, it burns the dog. At least it didn't riposte. Ah, but now I was relying on that because I needed to hit you, and now I can't hit you. I see the problem. That's okay. The dog will still bleed us, and we can cauterize, and we can heal. Anemic. Good. Good. Resisted the stun. I guess we could burn the dog a little bit more. Oh, not with Firefly. All right. We're just playing with this dog, basically, at this point. Blind him, stun him, knock him down, combo him, make him vulnerable, throw dust in his eyes. How did that give you stress? God. Oh, nautical compass. It's gonna take me a while to get used to that. Healed for 1. Healed for 14. See, he was doing the low heal so we could get the high heal out of it. It's really just, you know, top tier play. Lonely's Troll, welcome. How you doing today? PC motherboard died repairing motherboard, CPU, RAM. It's a lot of money. You know? It's unfortunate, but true. PC parts do tend to be a little bit on the expensive side. I'm sorry to hear that you had a bit of a blowout. I'm curious what your issue was that caused your motherboard to fry. My friend Chris had his motherboard fry when we had a lot of heating equipment in the house trying to clean up after a bit of a flood. Heating and drying equipment. Something caused the, why is this horse going back and forth? Something caused the power to just like fluctuate insanely, it feels. Aren't we supposed to avoid the hoarder? I think we're supposed to avoid this guy. Okay, I've never seen this one before. Break cannot gain block for 2 rounds. I actually thought that was innate to break. Never mind. Gain when hit if low speed. Remove all of your debuffs. And lose Death's Door resist. Sparkle Ball. Sparkle Ball is great. I love it. Fate's Foreteller is insanely good. Inert Indicia, not a 10 out of 10, but good if you have nothing else. What do we have? What do we have? Hold on. You got light, you got those, you got bandages. We should probably just use this, but we also have bandages and heals are good. That one comedian, welcome. What other skills besides hexes and hells? Hold on. I don't know what healer would work with all the shuffling in the front. I like cultist with buffed hexes, lots of combos going off. What are you talking about? You like cultist? Oh, the occultists. Gotcha. Yeah, the occultist, he makes a pretty decent healer. Weird reconstruction, what I like about it is that it's not limited. You can just use it every turn if you wanted. Only Troll says my main board just doesn't power up when I try and start me. Everything else is working fine. Weird. Weird. As curious as the trap maker's art. Chance to produce a stew. What do we currently have on that stagecoach? Produce whiskey, and we're gonna get combat items stacking. Producing traps wouldn't be a bad idea in that case. Concoction and powders. I like traps, I think. Concoctions and powders, that might be able to give you in items, but I kind of like the idea of just getting Trapmaker's Kit here. Costs us all of our triangles, but that's okay. What else do we buy? Probably nothing, I would have to guess. Maybe a Glimmer of Hope. Maybe candles and chocolate. That's something we're probably gonna buy anyways, so let's buy that. That wasn't like a 10 out of 10 shop, but we can go to the hospital, which then lets us get to the hero shrine. I'd rather go left path because it's, you know, academic study cash, but we gotta get skills unlocked. There's a Merchant's Guild seal, can't say no to that. What was that relic, Connie? I don't think there was any good relic there that I could afford, unless I'm just completely mistaken. What to do when nobody needs heals? I guess I don't have all of the occultist abilities unlocked, so I don't really know where to answer that question. You already clear bleed, you don't need this. That looked real weird.
She weeps.
Minus 20% cost on everything. I was thinking about that, but I kind of just want to stack up freebies. I want freebies. Okay, we have to remove so many of these. This is so just annoying. Off guard, remove.
Even the worst habits
Anemic,
can be overcome.
remove. Head injury, remove. We have no money, but that was a great store. Thank you. And we gotta go to the right. Again, I would love to pick different paths, but I am going specifically for the, hero shrine. And it's more combat. Connie says all of the occultist last abilities use and generate those power tokens. Yeah, that's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 stress. That's kind of something that I am struggling with in Darkest Dungeon, is that I know that there's uses for some of these paths and whatnot, but the staggering unlock means that I can't really utilize them effectively until much later. Just kind of waiting. You know what I like? I like that. Ooh, didn't resist it for once. With the combo, I can burn him and a friend. And then he still has 1 vulnerability, which means that the Abyssal should get him. And then we don't have to worry about this guy spawning on a new him. A new him. We got another combo token. And everyone healed up quite nicely.
Bafflement
Wow, the
and
stun.
vexation.
If you're gonna have that happen, do it now, you know? I didn't read his
Observe the
prompt.
subject carefully.
Yeah, sodden rigging.
And
That's
you
one
will
that
discover
I don't
its
see them use it
weaknesses.
often. It seems like maybe they have like a global cooldown on it, but the stun every turn is just, it's terrible. We will put up a taunt for him. Oh, I actually could have used that bleed. Well, we'll burn him. Have to hit him for 1. Resist it. Thank you. That's all I've ever wanted. Resist. Thank you. Stress has never looked better at this point. We are blind. Oh, I wish I could check my inventory to see if I had more of these. I'll use one just to make sure that we can kill this guy. Now we have a crit for next turn, which means that this guy is already dead. That's a kill. Let's use one. Bleed. Hey, let's go.
Accumulation.
It's a good heal synergy between the two of them. That one comedian says, I have the base skills for the runaway. Kanye says, beeline shrines for her. Yeah, the runaway cauterize is really good for her. It turns her into an actual healer. And then controlled burn and I forget what the other ability is.
Variable can
Allows
make
her
all the
fire to
difference.
actually accumulate a lot more,
In this weighty gloom,
well, just a lot
a
faster.
spark.
Plus 25% healing received. Still like this on you. You're a little hurt right now. Let's give you the healing received. I'm probably not even gonna equip that one. You're getting a lot of gold trinkets as Connie. No, I'm just good at the game. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. All right, I think we gotta go leper. We gotta get him some more abilities. Or we could go the occultist route, and then the next time we play with the occultist, we have more things for him to do. I guess the leper... If I could give him something to hit the back line, I would be happy. The occultist... I took too much and gained even more, but I want to do leper.
Chapter 2. Infection. Early signs could be ignored or concealed, but soon the reality was inescapable, whether by some affliction of lineage or by direct transmission. Symptoms of incurable disease began to openly manifest themselves. Racked with pain, he summoned doctors and aides from the farthest reaches of his lands, all of whom concluded the worst. The king was dying.
Revenge. Uses 2, cooldown 3. Self 2 vulnerability. Turn start for 3 turns, you get a strength token. So for the cost of 2 vulnerability, you get... I mourned my body in the kingdom and I something. You get 3 strength tokens to compensate. Upgraded though, it's only 1. It removes weakness, and then you also have a chance of getting a crit. That's much better. Mud says, soda achieved. I walked down to the store and picked up some Dr. Pepper. I don't know if you were here. Well, I don't remember which fights you were here for, but we're still on the first run of the day. Yeah, withstand the block token. I guess, yeah, the block token per turn would cancel out revenge, so it would be like withstand, revenge, then you start attacking. It's a little slow, though. But sometimes you do just want him to take a few shots while everyone else gets things dealt with, like especially backliners. It's interesting, and I kind of like it more than Reflection. Because if you have linens, you can remove the blindness, and he already has a good debuff resist. But the thing is... I don't know what buff means. The thing is... I also don't use Purge. We can get rid of Purge and take Revenge, but without it being upgraded, I'm probably not going to take it now, which means I'm probably not going to get used to it, which means I'm probably not going to take it for a while. It's got its uses, though, for just a high damage leper.
The loathing whispers.
Oh, come on. Not now, leave me alone. 3 relationship. I missed a couple of these, unfortunately. We got another one of these. No more of these. No more of these. What is this? Bleed resist? We don't need the healing salves for this fight. It's going to be easy enough. Chance to produce explosives and traps and whiskey. We're going to get a lot of production, and actually... No, it's road gear, not Tinker's gear. Never mind. Bum 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 bum. All right. I don't remember what this boss's buff is. Random ally has an extra turn 50% of the time at round end. That's what it is. Well, let's start working on the back line, because we need to. Can't hurl bat from this position. But we can still excuse me, we can still burn. See, like, this, I guess this is a good fight for like a withstand into a revenge. But by the time you kill the backline, you don't really need to withstand these guys too much. They're not that hard. Target combo. You know what? Oh god, every time I've tried that, it's failed, by the way. Alright, let's, I guess I could purge him to the back, but let's withstand. I always forget that withstand does give you blocks every turn for 3 turns. That's pretty good. You don't worship, do you? No. That's good. We don't really need to cauterize. Clotting powder, stress isn't low enough. They don't hit the back line. Really feels like this is just another burn into an abyssal. At this point, I don't think it's worth trying the pull because an abyssal just gets 2 kills. Actually, you're not quite dead yet. So let's try it again! Are you kidding me? What is your move chance, my dude? Do you even have a move chance? Are you okay? God damn it. Yeah, go ahead. Use the linen. Send this guy to the back.
A master stroke.
He resisted the move. Okay, apparently you just can't move enemies in this game anymore. This guy has a bonus action. You're dead. You're dead. We can focus on the front now. You could immediately do a crit.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Daze blind. That removes both of your block tokens. Random adjacent monster. Presumably that means not corpses. I love the fact that you get like 4 turns though. Actually, you know what? I can crit hit you and kill you in 1 hit. Smokescreen is worth more here. Because if you do, you didn't do it, but you could have done a buff into a crit. That's why I wanted the weakness and the blindness. Now I can't kill you in 1 hit though because you have a block plus token. You're kind of a right bastard. I guess I'd rather do 16 damage than 8 damage. Break might be nice to have equipped here. Enemies tend to have lots of block tokens, so that wouldn't be a bad thing to have. All right. You'll at least have a weaken. Even though you're gonna crit.
Steady yourself.
Bled, unfortunately, but we'll be fine. You are currently dead. You are not dead. You know what?
Excellent work.
Get out of here. Oh, and the corpses are gone, so, you know, look, purge or chop, we gotta punch through the block token anyways, but I was really hoping that we would be able to actually keep the corpses there, keep them at the back, whatever. Dun, dun, dun. How much money did we get from this?
Potency still lingers in
enough.
some of these
Apply on hit,
relics.
2 immobilize, gain when missed, stun. Okay, I gotta think about this. Because again, phrasing. Gain when missed. Does this mean that if we blind an enemy, they attack us, they miss, we have a 5% chance of getting stunned? Is that what it means? Because that's not good. Yo, that's very good for our leper, who can almost be debuff immune. It's like 80-something%.
The loathing abates.
Yeah, because of the hero path buff. I don't know what buff is. I don't know what buff. What is buff? Oh, the food. Yeah, he'll have like a 80% chance of being immune to the debuffs, and he's probably not going to blind himself either. We do have to get rid of something. I like both of these, but we can give the sweater to someone else. Give it to you. If you're in the back, I don't want you moved. Apply on hit. This. You can take this because I don't have anything to do with it right now. And... oh, you don't have any relationships. That's why the menu just looked a little weird. There's skill slots. Need another one of those. You have a 1 in 20 chance to more like it instead of 5%. Connie says it might as well be 100% in this game. Well, I mean, you're technically right, because whenever something has a chance of applying, its default is 100%. More whiskey. Stun resist. Do we need stun resist? I don't know.
There are yet places such as this.
The Butcher's Feast.
We're a little
Heal to
light
100%,
still
-1
gathered.
stress, quirks. Hemophobic. If bleeding, turn start, +1 stress. We can just give them the... wait, that's my leper, huh? I don't really want my leper to have the sweater. I want him to have... well, he can also reduce his own stress easily. Pyromaniac. Gain on hit. Apply on hit, burn, both ways, and then round start, a 5% chance to be forced to use your Molotov. Melee skills have a better crit. And apply stun on hit. Glad that that went on the unit who currently has no melee equipped. No melee, okay. Random hero after each location, -1 stress. Jester, welcome, how you doing? We have a lot to do here. It's gonna do that immediately. We've got a lot to do here. Let's
Planning and mindfulness.
equip some
As
things.
vital to survival as sharpened steel.
Now we have too many stagecoach items, unfortunately. We're a little stressed out too.
Fair, but
What's coming up
fairly
next?
priced.
Spelunk, clear out the lair. -10% damage taken per negative token. Apply on, it's a leper trinket. Apply on hit, intimidate. I don't have. Gain when hit, bleed. You know, there's a synergy here with gain bleed on hit, and then the trinket that makes you 50% more resistant to bleeding, and then you heal off of it. It's not a huge synergy, but it's a small one, and we can always buff the bleed resistance a little bit more.
Everywhere.
I'm not using Intimidate, maybe we can unlock it.
Everywhere.
If we want him to be immune to negative
Indeed.
tokens, that's not fantastic, but it's interesting. And then Mastery, I think I'm gonna go to the Sprawl though. Mastery tokens if you do the Creature Den. I love doing the Creature Dens. Relationships are in the toilet. I have enough whiskey. We're fine, hopefully. Yeah, so let's go to the Creature Den.
Our great cities burn. All that beauty and knowledge.
Get those sweet
ash on the
tokens.
wind.
With the Jester, I don't think we need this anymore. Now that our Jester's back,
Listen,
baby.
practice, improve.
We've got a lot of playing cards, which is really nice. I like them because they're super cheap. I mean, it's not always going to work immediately.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Leper and the Jester, they're really happy that he's back.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
Okay, better. Better. Let me see what's here. Pig! 16. It'll be the rest of our money. Are we okay with that? Another thing we could do is we could start buying tons of combat items and stockpiling them, like healing salve. We can hold 4 of them very easily. Just boom, boom. We've got 4. Walk into the boss fight with at least 4. Pig is stress, or not stress, affinity and stress. But we don't really need it, and we don't really need it because we have whiskey. I have 4 whiskey in my backpack, and that's more than enough to fix the bad relationships to make them bare minimum acceptable. So I think I will just stack up healing salves for the future, for the far future. And then we will just whiskey ourselves to victory here with a, we need +1 on the leper, +2 on the occultist. +1 on the leper, +2 on the occultist. And now with remaining whiskey, we can hit break points. Looks like there are no more breakpoints, so we'll just give it to you guys. You need it. There you go. Healing received from skills. I like him being resistant to debuffs. Healing received from skills. But do you? Even 80% bleed resist. Ah, right, because of the sweater. Oh, right, I do have chocolates, don't I? I want to save that. We can spend it. I'd rather spend it, I think, just to dump it out of my inventory. Let's see if my hammock can hold 2. Let us intertwine auras. Ooh, baby. Really dump that immediately. Stun resist. Is there a lot of stunning happening here? I don't think so. Let's give you... we're not really going to be bleeding that much. I'll just give you this for the time being. Give you this, and then we can give you this. We can just use that for a temporary length of time. Oh, we got poetry as well. Pretty words, but it's not about anything. Poems and spells both. Mirror turned inwards. Oh, Mortal Cider. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Darkest Dungeon, and thank you very much. Kaka. I need a new subscription notification. I haven't played Slay the Spire in like a month, if not longer. And he says, having to check your menus every time gets old fast. Yeah, oh, then they say Red Hook is apparently going to introduce loads of quality of life. I'm hoping better UI. Yeah, there really needs to be better UI. There's a lot of like little things, like when you drag items over your units, You have to fully wait for the animation to complete before you can do it again, and if you're trying to use 3 whiskey, it just takes a while. The fact that this menu is bugged in multiple ways as well. Not only can you... at least 3 bugs I know of. One is that when you buy something, it will default to the all item window. The second is that sometimes in this window something can duplicate and you'll see it multiple times. And then the third bug is that sometimes the things in the window will shuffle around. So yeah, I certainly hope that they work on it and make it even better, because it needs it. Mastery, what do we need? Revenge, turn, start, strength. Was DD1's launch rough? Not really, I don't think so. Heal 50%. Taunt. Reflection. Reflection makes him pretty much immune to debuffs. In fact, I think it would make him immune to debuffs. 98%. It's pretty good. What was the other route? Tangle? I mean, the lair boss in the Tangle's very easy. And if you do the Tangle boss, you can more easily fight the Fetter boss. I still just want the mastery points, I think. Okay. Pretty good crit chance on you. Don't you have bleed? Yeah, okay, let's get Slice off. The Runaway might be the character I have the hardest time figuring out the loadout of. I don't really know what to do with her. And it's definitely on me to figure it out. I just don't know what to do with her half the time. Let's do an Abyssal. And let's give her something upgraded. Let's give her a, let's give her a Firefly. It's a good burn move, hits 3 positions. That's fine. The wheels will repair themselves.
With peril. A little protection is always welcome.
$4 remaining, huh? $4. Buy 1 candle. There you go. All right, let's leave.